Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Two Mules for Sister Sara. And this movie came out in 1970, and it stars Clint Eastwood, and it just came in this Clint Eastwood trilogy collection thing or whatever. And I don't think these big movies have anything to do with each other, like story-wise, or like movies that are from one specific director. They all just happen to have Clint Eastwood in them, so I bought it just to see how they were, and this one I enjoyed. I liked it. I enjoyed Clint Eastwood in the movie. I thought he was good. And to me, I think he's at his best when he's in like westerns. That's why I like him the most as when he's in a western, because I feel as though like that's where he's at his best for me. And I enjoyed some of the violence. I really enjoyed the opening scene to the film. And I enjoyed like how nothing felt like it was on a set. I also enjoyed the woman who plays Sara. I have no idea how to pronounce her name, and I don't want to butcher it, but she was good in the movie as well. And she plays a nun, and I liked their dynamic, and anything with those two on screen together. I thought the movie worked pretty well, especially when they're alone together and just talking. That's when the movie is at its best for me, is when they're alone and just talking, just dialogue. And it's fun, it's enjoyable, it's nothing deep, but it's moving the story along at an acceptable pace. And I do think the first half is much better than the first half, because that's where you get the most of that. After that point, it kind of just turns into like this whole plot about like getting back at the French because they did something, and for me it's not nearly as engaging because I just I'm a little checked out at that point. And I do think this movie is too long, and I just felt it as though it could have been shorter, like 15 minutes, because at that point, like almost 2 hours, it just feels like we're just going on, and like not much is progressing, and I didn't really care about anything that was going on, really. And there's a whole bunch of characters that you don't know at all, and it's just mindless action. And I get it, maybe people probably wanted that in a western at the time, but for me it just didn't really fit. It's like it just felt like thrown in and just went on forever, and I was kind of starting to get tired and kind of bored. The music in the movie was fine, nothing amazing, but nothing distracting. It didn't really boost any scene in which it was used, but at the same time, I don't really feel as though it was like distracting. Like, it was just fine. Like, it's there. It sounds like a 1970s Western music score, or however you would say that. Like, I have no idea how to phrase that into a sentence, but it was there. It was fine. I wasn't upset with it at all. It's just not what I'm going to remember the movie for. I'm mostly going to remember this movie for the first half, and anything with our two main leads. That stuff I like, and I like the performances, and I think Clint Eastwood does a really good job. And the woman who plays Sara, she was good, and like I've said already, and the action is engaging. I like the action when there is action, except for like when it's in the second half, because it kind of lost me. But in the first half it works for me, and I enjoyed the violence, and I liked the characters, and I enjoyed what they were setting up with Clint Eastwood's character and developing him out. And I mean, he's kind of just like, it's kind of a good guy, but like at the same time he is kind of like greedy and just wants to be like rich and live like the American dream, or however you want to say that, like the best a man can live. It's like lots of money, opening your own casino, and just make lots of money doing it. And that's ultimately what he wants to do. And it was interesting to see where his character goes from there. And overall, it was good enough for me, and I wasn't upset that I saw it. And if you're in the mood for a western, then I would recommend this movie to you. I'm not the biggest fan of westerns. Like, I liked some of them. I haven't seen a whole lot of westerns, but there are some good ones that I do like, and like the Man with No Name trilogy. Those movies are really good. Like I'm not like rushing to see those again, but those movies I like. But despite my criticisms, I would still recommend you check this movie out. I do think it's good and worth watching at least once. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Two Mules for Sister Sara a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Two Mules for Sister Sara, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Joe Kidd from this collection. I'm just going to finish these off in case you were curious. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.